here and I have Bonnie with me. So as you can see behind me, I have some toys and some yummy treats laid out. We're going to work on our leave it, okay? So remember, our leave it is when we have our doggy on our leash and we're out walking. If you guys are out on the beach, out, and walking down in Lani Kai, you want to make sure Bonnie doesn't get into anything that she's not supposed to. So let's say somebody, let's say a dead fish washed up on the beach. You want to make sure that Bonnie doesn't go after it and try to put it in her mouth. So our leave it is before she gets it in her mouth. Once it's in her mouth, it's a drop it, okay? So we're working on our leave it. So the best way to do that is on the leash. I'm going to walk Bonnie by everything. As we walk by, come on. As we walk by, I'm telling her to leave it, giving her leash a little jiggle. When she moves away, that's when I treat. Leave it, leave it. Bonnie, leave it. Good, leave it. Good girl. So I want her face to come away from whatever she's going after. Remember, once we say leave it, it's forever. Leave it, leave it. Good, leave it, Bon Bon. Good, leave it. Good girl. And then we continue walking. Come on, Bon. Let's go. Good girl. Leave it, leave it. Bon, leave it. Good, leave it, Bon Bon. Let's keep going. Come on. Good girl. Come on. Leave it. Good, leave it. Good girl. Come on, keep going. Good girl. So anything you want to work this with, whether it's dog poop, whether it's, children's toys, anything that Bonnie likes to go after, as long as she's on her leash, it's the best way to learn to leave it. Leave it. Leave it. Bonnie, leave it. You want to wait until there you go, her attention moves away. Good, leave it. Remember, we want to reiterate the command to help her understand why she's getting that reward, as well as the affection. Good girl. We want her to know why she's getting that, get her to understand the word. Come on, Bonnie, let's go. Come on, let's go. Come on, good girl. Leave it. Leave it. Good, leave it, Bon Bon. Good, leave it. Good girl. So we want her to know what she is and is not able to go after. And as alpha dogs, we get to decide that. Leave it, Bonnie, leave it.
Oh, but there's two.
Leave it.
Yep.
Good girl. Good, leave it. Good girl. All right. So once we do the leave it, remember, leave it is forever. So if Bonnie's going after something, let's say you drop something on the floor, like, a piece of meat or something. If you tell Bonnie to leave it and she leaves it, you can't then say that she can have it, okay? So leave it is forever, okay? So come here, Bon Bon. Good girl. You say? Good girl, Bonnie. Good girl. Yes. So remember, leave it is the command we use before they get it in their mouth. Once it's in their mouth, it becomes an automatic drop it, okay? You can use the leave it on anything and everything that you don't want Bonnie to put in her mouth, okay? Here, Bon Bon. Now the leave it is easiest to do when she's on her leash because you're able to give her leash that little jerk, tell her, leave it, and then she automatically, as soon as she moves away from whatever she's going after, that's when you treat and give love and affection, okay? Remember to reiterate the word, say, good, leave it, Bonnie. That way she understands the word, as well as the action that she's performing, and the fact that she's getting that reward, okay? Good girl, Bonnie. So, right now we're going to practice a little bit of our drop it as well. So I'm going to let Bonnie play with one of the toys over here. Which one do you want to play with? You want to play with this one? Here, Bon Bon. So, this is after she gets it in her mouth, it becomes a drop it. You want to play with it? Good girl. Good girl. Yeah. Cool. No? You don't want to play with that one? What about this one? What about this one? You want to play? Good girl. Good girl. No? You don't want to play with it? You don't want to play with it? Good girl. No. Not interested. So once she gets it in her mouth, it automatically becomes the drop it. What I want you to do, take the treat, when she's got it squarely in her mouth, rub it right underneath her nose and say, Bonnie, drop it. As soon as she lets go, good, drop it. And there goes the treat, okay? So after a while, you'll be able to do the drop it and the leave it without her actually having to use a treat. But for right now, treats are gonna be our best friends because she's still in that learning process, and that's gonna help her, you know, really get into what we're doing because she gets something for it, okay? So when she gets that reward, she's more apt to do it more and more, and as we go, we can kind of taper off the edible reward, and it can become more of just affection, okay? So this was Stephanie and Bonnie, and for today's video, we were working on our leave it, as well as a little bit on our drop it.